Formatting numbers. The Numbers group on the Ribbon's Home tab provides access to numeric formats to include increasing and decreasing decimals, currency and accounting, percentages, thousand separators, and several different named formats to include currency, short dates, long dates, time, percentages, and scientific notation. By default, the contents of the cells in a worksheet are displayed using the general format, which you can always see as displayed up in the Numbers group. The general format is a very flexible format that tries to display numbers in a readable form. Numbers around 0 are presented in their entirety, but scientific notation is used when values are very large or very small. Let's look at the difference between the currency format versus the accounting format. To select and change the formatting of the cells, first select the cells, go to your Numbers group, select the drop-down arrow beside the number format, and let's go ahead and choose accounting format. And let's go ahead and pick the same numbers and change their format to currency. Let's compare the difference. Notice in the accounting format, the dollar signs are lined up on the left side of the cell, and all the decimal points are aligned. This makes them easier to see and their values easier to read. Currency format is not the same. Notice the dollar signs are directly to the left of the values. This is why the accounting format is more commonly used. Let's go ahead and look at our amortization schedule from before. Let's go ahead and change some of the formatting. The amount borrowed should be in dollars, so let's go ahead and change that. We'll change it to currency formatting. We also have the payment amount, which is already formatted. Let's go ahead down into our columns, and let's change all these at the same time. We can select them, and let's go ahead and change those to accounting number format. Notice also that it changed the number of decimal places to 2 to represent dollars and cents. Now we can go ahead and use the decrease decimal button to decrease the number of decimals as needed. And you can always increase them back. Let's go ahead and look at another specific examples of our named formats. One of the most difficult numbers to format are dates. Excel does a pretty good job with this. Let's go ahead and type in the date March 12th. Notice it already assumes the format that we was wanting, but if we go to the number format group again, we can change it to short date form, or we can always change it to long date form. It also does the same with time. Let's say 1 p.m. We can change that to a time format in hours, minutes, and seconds. Another format is the percentage format. Let's type in 0.05. And if we change that to percentage, we have two options. We can use the Numbers group for percentage or the quick change button for percent style. But just remember, right, it is changing it to percent. So if I put in 5, now that that cell is formatted as percent, it assumes we know what we're doing, right, which is 500%. So we'd have to type in 0.05 for 5%. We'll also do scientific notation. Very small numbers or very large numbers, and we can convert those to scientific notation. This would be 5 times e, which represents 10, to the minus 5. We also have custom and special formats, phone numbers, Now if I wanted to change that back to our formats, but now we need to use the more number formats option. Go to Special, and you can see other options for phone numbers, zip codes, social security numbers, and so forth. I'll choose the phone number option. It converts it to area code and then the number.